Alright guys, so I've kind of modified this page a little bit to make this explain everything a lot shorter. But I'm going to do questions 1 and 2 and then let you guys do the rest on your own. There's a key attached to the worksheet so you can check your answers. Please try and do the answers or the problems on your own first without looking at the answers. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to learn as well. Practicing on your own is always going to give you more of an understanding, even if you get things wrong, than it will be to just copy down the correct answers. So, with that, here we go. This first problem says a dice numbered 1, 2, 4, okay? 1 to 4. So that means it's going to be a triangular pyramid, right? So 4-sided die is rolled and 1 coin is tossed, okay? Draw a tree diagram to represent the possible outcomes. Well, there's 2 ways we can do this diagram, okay? So I'm going to show you both ways. Either one is correct. Let's go with this teal color today. All right. So the first way would be to start with the dice. Okay. So we've got the die. Okay. And we can roll the die, and we can get a 1. We can get a 2. We can get a 3, or we can get a 4. Right? But within rolling a 1, 2, 3, or 4, we can then, I'm going to change colors. From there, we could get a head or a tail, a head or a tail, a head or a tail, and a head or a tail. Okay? So now you can see that our, let's change colors one more time. We'll go with green here. We could get a 1 in a heads, or we could get a 1 in a tails, right? We could get a 2 in a heads, or we could get a 2 in a tails. 3 in a heads, or a 3 in a tails, 4 in a heads, or a 4 in a tails. Okay? So that is 8 different possibilities, right? We could have done the same thing though. And let's start back with our teal color. And we could have had a coin. We could start with the coin, okay? Well, when we flip a coin, we can either get a head or we can get a tail, right? But then we could get a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4. And same thing, 1, 2, or 3, or a 4. Right? So if we toss the coin first, we would draw the tree like this. If we rolled the die first, you see what I'm saying? How that works. Either way, these both give us the same answers. If we wanted to find I'll get my pointer. So right here, we rolled a 1, and then we flipped a heads. If we wanted to find the heads in the 1, well, heads and 1, right? Let's find, we rolled a 3, and we flipped a tail. Well, let's find the tails and the 3. So those correspond. I could write it, I could do it in red. There's a tails with the 3, and there's a 3 with the tails, right? Those are the same ones, okay? If we wanted to even go further, we could do, here's a 4 heads, there's a 4 and a heads. See how that works? Either way, we have 8 possibilities, which is called our sample space, right? So we have a sample space of 8. Whether we do the tree starting with the die or starting with the coin, okay? So let's go on to the next one. Let's start with that teal bluish color again, whatever it is. Sky blue. Draw a tree diagram to represent total outcomes for flipping 2 pennies. All right, well, we got 2 pennies, right? So we got a penny. Start with 1 penny, right? This time it's going to be the same because they're the exact same object, right? So we could do 2 different with penny 1 or penny 2, but there's really no need because it's going to look the exact same. Guess I need to erase this so that you guys can see it. All right, so draw a tree diagram to represent the outcomes for flipping 2 pennies. There's our penny. Okay, we're gonna flip it, and we could either get, you guessed it, heads or tails. Now we need to flip the second penny. After we flip the second penny, we could either get heads again or tails, tails again or heads, right? Either way, it would be the same. So let me kind of explain what's just happened here. We flipped our first penny and we got a heads. Now we flipped our second penny and we got tails. Or maybe we flipped our first penny and got tails and flipped our second penny and got tails. Okay? So how many outcomes are there? There's 4. There's heads, heads, or heads, tails. There's tails, heads, or tails, tails. Okay? Either way, our sample space is 4. 4 options. Okay? I will let you guys do the rest on your own. There's a key attached. If you need any help, ask a teacher. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye, guys.